All right. Supposed to call my autism advocate this morning. We're supposed to try to figure out how to do this from homelessness in Chapel, Nebraska. Lucky me, I'm inside where it's warm. I do have internet access. I was still stuck out in the cold all night, but life happens, right? So I got to head out here in just a little bit. Call my autism advocate. There was me last night, emergency number. 4 calls to the Nebraska State Patrol. I called Star. Then there's 2 more from the Nebraska State Patrol. That one says Deputy Hahn. A different officer has his phone now. She's a bitch. And then the one below it, Nebraska State Patrol, 3 calls. For that, emergency number, Nebraska State Patrol Troop E, 10 calls. And then another 6 calls. For some odd reason, these calls just didn't want to go through. Here's how it works. I call Dual County Sheriff's Department. They tell me they can't investigate themselves. I have to call the Nebraska State Patrol. I call the Nebraska State Patrol. They tell me they can't police the police. I got to call Dual County. I call Dual County. They tell me they can't investigate themselves. I have to go to the Nebraska State Patrol. I go to the Nebraska State Patrol. What do? They tell me I got to go to Dual County Sheriff's Department. Dual County Sheriff's Department says we can't investigate ourselves. You need to call the State Patrol. State Patrol tells me we don't police the police. You have to go to the sheriff in Dual County. Last night, finally, I got the lady from Nebraska State Patrol to say something different. She said, "Oh, you need to go down and do that at the courthouse." Who at the courthouse do I fucking talk to, lady? Who? She couldn't answer that. Imagine that. She's telling me to go someplace, but she can't tell me who I need to talk to. Do I need to talk to the county clerk? Do I need to talk to the county treasurer? Who at the courthouse do I need to even fucking talk to? Let's see if Meg is available.
Hi, you've reached Megan. Leave me a message and I'll call you back. Thanks. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Meg, it's Sean. You said call you this morning and we'd get started on that. I am at a friend's house. I have internet for a short period of time. I don't know what else to do. I know we was gonna make some calls this morning, or you were gonna listen to my story and write it down. Um, that's the thing, Meg. I'm trying. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to. I mean, it's been 4 years of being patient, being patient, being patient. If I'm patient, people might help. Well, I was too patient. Thank you for finally stepping up. I wish you'd understood how important that was before, but I'm glad. Just I hope we get on it. I got court tomorrow for being abused again by the same sheriff I've been trying to turn in. This is not okay. The police outright lied about Meg. They, instead of explaining what was going on, they just outright lied about me to end the situation between me and Megan. The police here outright lied repeatedly, including to the Nebraska State Patrol. Nebraska State Patrol has never lifted a fucking finger to investigate Scott DaCosta. They just pretend. And how am I supposed to go to anybody for help when it's nobody's job? Dual County Sheriff's Department tells me it's the Nebraska State Patrol's job. The Nebraska State Patrol tells me it's Dual County's job. Apparently, it's nobody's fucking job. Jesus, here's Sarah typing. Didn't they already catch the killer? What do you want me to say in court? The wrong keyboard. The truth. The cops broke a lot of laws to try to frame me. After her killer was found, they didn't stop. There are now 22 people who are dead because I wasn't heard. Look up Waylon Lolotai and Clearview Behavioral Health. I was harmed at both between when Natalie was killed and when her killer was found. Clearview is closed down for killing people with injections. It's been 3 years and I am still harmed because of the Clearview case, which is still open. Oh, looks like she typed a bunch of stuff at me. Maybe I should read that. She typed, I don't know the truth. What is the truth? This literally has nothing to do with me. I'm confused. What do you want me to say? Well, I went to her for help. She could say that. I went to her for help before Natalie was killed. She could say that. Why? Because those are both true statements. She could say that I did indeed help to find her when she disappeared in 2014, because that's a fact. She could say that she brought her mom to meet me, because that is a fact. That's the thing. She could admit that people were harassing and bullying her just for being my friend. How many of my friends told me that? Nearly all of them. They're not saying it in court. They're not bothering with coming forward about it. They can type it to me, but they can't fucking say it to the goddamn cops. Jesus. And then she types some more ignorant bullshit at me. Now this is the most fucked up part. What are you trying to prove? You are already innocent. They caught the killer years ago. What do you want? Everybody thought that because they found her killer, that everyone was going to leave me the fuck alone. No, Clearview is closed down now because they fucking murdered people. They fucking murdered people doing things that I told you they were doing. I was treated like I'm a fucking lunatic for saying it. I still get treated like I'm a lunatic for saying it, despite the fact that, yes, Clearview is closed down for fucking killing people. That's the thing, is that I'm not being harmed for killing Natalie for a whole year before she was killed. Obviously, I wasn't trying to get Sarah's help to catch a fucking murderer for most of 2017. Natalie wasn't fucking dead. Natalie was alive and well and fucking breathing. She was having a fucking heyday. For destroying my life, she got to go to college and do a bunch of fucking drugs and destroy my life further. And all these fucking idiots don't want to fucking listen to what's going on for the last 3 fucking years. In their heads, Natalie's killer was caught, so people left me the fuck alone. No, they didn't. To this day, that bullshit in fucking Clearview is held over my fucking head. I just got out of jail where I had to spend all of my fucking money to bail myself out over that same exact goddamn case from 3 years ago. I am still abused to this fucking day. So I typed to her, the cops broke a lot of laws to try to frame me. After a killer was found, they didn't stop. There are now 22 people who are dead because I wasn't heard. Look up Waylon Lolotai and Clearview Behavioral Health. I was harmed at both between when Natalie was killed and when her killer was found. Clearview is closed down for killing people with injections. It's been 3 years and I am still harmed because of the Clearview case, which is still open. I'm not allowed to fucking show anything. I don't even have a fucking lawyer in that case. Not like it fucking matters, because they're not going to do their fucking jobs to defend me. They need to actually fucking defend me. They need to actually do the fucking job that they're paid for. I'm going to type, try telling the courts what you told me before and after she was killed. It is still in Messenger, and I'd rather you said it in court than me have to post it up in public because I am still being abused. Ah, shit. Wrong fucking keyboard. Well, that fucking sucked. The things you typed before and after Natalie was killed. Like about the woman who was harassing you for being my friend. And the fact is, I'd rather you said those things. Jesus fuck, this one isn't typing at all. Try this again. The truth in court, then me show the truth on Facebook and YouTube. Look at our messages before and after Natalie was killed. The lady who was bullying you for being my friend, and the fact that I was trying to get help before she was killed. Someone named Hello Hello typed, I don't know what happened. I just found this stream and I wish I could help you, but since I can't, I can only hope it gets better for you. I hope it gets better for you. Um, yeah, hope doesn't do shit. Hope only goes so far. Hope is just enough to stop you from blowing your head off. But between hope and help, hope is a steamy pile of shit. You got two hands. In your left hand, you got hope. In your right hand, you got help. Of course, my right hand is empty. So is my left hand. I don't have any hope without help. Most of these people, like I said, they thought that as soon as Natalie's killer was found, that it was all fine and dandy and I could go back to my fucking life. No, I couldn't go back to my life before Natalie was killed. Before Natalie was killed, it was unsafe for me to go see my loved ones in Colorado. And that sticks me with the assholes here in Chapel, Nebraska. A bunch of ignorant goddamn rednecks who blame everything on blacks and Mexicans, and there ain't none. A bunch of ignorant assholes who on Martin Luther King Jr. Day want to go running around using the N-word all fucking day because the bank's closed. These people have no reason to fucking go to the bank. They just want an excuse to use the N-word and get away with it. These very same people go down to the bar and spend $50 or more every night on alcohol. And then they talk about how blacks and Mexicans and immigrants and disabled people are the reason that they're always broke. Pathetic. What happens when you try to turn in police? Well, like what happened last night. I got threatened and harassed by an officer for trying to turn it in. Somebody needs to fucking investigate this goddamn shit. I still have the fucking evidence, for Christ's fucking sake. I still have the evidence that they tried to peg me as schizophrenic for saying that I had. I still have that evidence. I have posted a lot of it up. Many of the witnesses, I have recorded conversations with them on this very YouTube that shows I was telling the fucking truth. Now, why didn't these people come forward to begin with? Why didn't they come forward with that information before Natalie was fucking killed? Especially in the case of Kayla Trujillo, aka Peaches, and Joanna Taylor Smith, and Mark Swanigan. There's a lot of people that I went to for help before Natalie was killed. They just wanted to tell me pretty fucking words. I couldn't even get them to shut the fuck up long enough to tell them what the fuck was going on. They were too busy telling me how to think and feel. The worst one, bar none, was Joanna Taylor Smith. But what can you expect from a pretty blonde-haired, blue-eyed, retarded girl? You notice I didn't say that she had autism or cerebral palsy or Down syndrome. Those are the three groups of people that are most likely to get treated like they're retarded. Retarded means slowed down. She's not slowed down because she's got brain damage. She's slowed down because she's fucking clueless. Just like with Natalie Bollinger, for Joanna Taylor Smith, going out there with those homeless people was a fucking party. That's what it was to her. It was drugs. It was excitement. It was acceptance. It was really all bullshit. Bunch of little girls that didn't have any business being there, and neither did the little boys that followed them. But it's fine, right? You pretend like I'm a fucking villain, and that makes it okay to harm me for 4 years straight. 4 fucking years I have been trying to get help. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, then there's the dynamics of sex. Graham did some fucked up shit. And it could have been worked out, except for the fact that he's having sex with Tabby. It doesn't matter what the right thing to do is. That's her penis. She is a monstrously large woman. She's just glad to have a penis. Unfortunately, it's attached to a fake ass Christian. You know, I read something today that I'm going to say for your benefit. You wouldn't have to tell people you were Christian all the goddamn time if you, I don't know, acted like it. Maybe if you acted like a real Christian, not this expected bullshit. The pretty fucking words. If you actually acted like a Christian, you wouldn't have to tell people. Of course, most of the people that I know that follow a creed in accordance with the New Testament are atheists because Christians are too busy making excuses. Excuses why it's okay to persecute others while they complain that they're being persecuted. No, you are being retaliated against for years and years of fucking genocide. And I know a lot of you idiots are going to be like, oh, that's the Catholic Church. We're not Catholic. No, it's not just the Catholic Church. We have Christians of every denomination killing Christians of every denomination over whose imaginary friend is the real imaginary friend. These same people who want Muslims abolished from the schools want Jesus forced into the classroom. They want their religion forced on every single child in America. Meanwhile, they can't agree on which Jesus is the real Jesus. If Lutherans and Baptists are shooting each other over differences of opinion in Jesus, I don't want either one of their Jesuses in my fucking school. I don't want either one of those Jesuses anywhere near children because they are vile and contemptible. And I don't mean the children. I don't mean the children at all. So for trying to turn in the sheriff, I get repeatedly harmed, lied to, arrested, assaulted, whatever. Whatever makes it okay. Having to go to a crooked sheriff, being denied the right to turn the son of a bitch in. The blue line of bullshit. These are a lot of factors you guys don't think of. Of course, William Barr, that's Jessica Martindale's husband, he's well aware of it. He actively takes part in it. See, this dumb bitch wants to be a law enforcement officer still. Now, he told me this sob story about how he's no longer an officer because why? According to his story, he tried to turn in one of his coworkers who was stalking a woman. His coworker didn't get into any trouble at all over it. Will did, though. I need help. And the police have done everything that they can to prevent me from getting that help. They did wrong before Natalie died, and they tried to cover it up afterwards. That's not okay. The officer who called me last night, her last name is Hamilton. She's a new officer. It doesn't matter if it's a new officer or an old officer. They work for the same crooked fucking sheriff. Is he going to hire people who will take him down? No, he's not. Just like when a child molester gets into a high position of power, are they going to put somebody squeaky clean in the position just below them? Or are they going to want to appoint another child molester? They're going to want a child molester in that position. First of all, because if that child molester finds out that they're molesting children, that child molester isn't going to tell. If that person's not a child molester and they see some fucked up shit going on, they might call in an investigation and say, hey, my boss is doing some pretty fishy stuff and you need to investigate. That's how we ended up with child molesters in the White House. It's fine though, isn't it? Because he's your friend. He don't know shit about your life or having to live your life. But he's your friend, isn't he? You racist fuck. You might as well be Christian.